Hello everyone, this is Wordsmith Sharath. Welcome to Wordsmith's Daily Dose. Dear friends, in my videos, I will basically teach you all how to improve your vocabulary and improve your communication skills by reading newspapers, watching movies, web series, etc. And I will also teach you how to pick up words and sentences from there to use them in your daily life. I have been doing this exercise for more than 15 years and I continue to do it to this day. I have picked up words, good sentences from newspapers, books, novels, English movies, web series, and from every possible source I could lay my eyes, ears, and hands on. Today, I have a collection of thousands of words and sentences. By making note of them, revising them, and using them in your day-to-day life, I can tell you, you can master the art of communication in English language. This is my first video, friends, and in my video, I will give you six phrases or sentences today, which you can use to describe your experience and feelings in dynamic, exciting, and easy to follow manner. Okay, so first, let's read a story. Okay, this story is written in simple English. In fact, it is written in the words of most of us Indians, who often think in their mother tongue and then translate the same to English. Later, I will give you a polished version of the same story with some good words and sentences, highlighting six of them in particular, which are going to become Wordsmith's daily dose. I will explain how you can use these sentences in different situations in your life. So let us start with the story now. Okay. Here the story goes, and it reads something like this. I going to Uttarakhand for see big Himalaya and enjoy ecotourism. But God having other plan. Suddenly, big cloudburst coming, water rushing, house going away, people dying in flood. I not standing simply. I start helping, taking people to safe side, no caring about my life. Same time, big landslide also happening. Then I running from there. After little time, police and rescue people coming. They also start helping. All people very much scared, not knowing what to do. They hungry, wanting dry clothes, wanting sweater, blanket, small place for rest. Government arranging food, people eating fast, plate finishing in one blink only. But still not enough. They asking again, cloth, sweater, blanket, medicine, mosquito net, torch, all things. Government no having such man, no having much resource, but somehow arranging, making sure small needs getting met. Later, government giving 5 lakh rupees to family of dead people and 2 lakh for injured. But government worrying people may be wasting money, so telling them use carefully only for need thing. Don't getting trapped in discount and offer. Don't spending all in online shopping. Otherwise, life finance will spoil. So friends, this is the basic version where I have used simple words to write a story. I'm sure many of you would have experienced similar things where we struggle to find right words to express our thoughts and feelings. Okay. Now let us move to a refined version of the same story where I have used some simple words but weaved them into some good sentences. Okay, so here the polished version of the story goes. Recently, I went to Uttarakhand to experience and witness myself ecotourism and watch the mighty Himalayas from up close. However, God had made his own plans for us there. In some time, cloud burst struck and there was flash floods. Houses, cars and people were washed away. There was large-scale death, destruction and devastation. Looking at all the gut-wrenching scenes, I jumped to help them without stopping to think about my own life. As if the floods were not enough, another jolt came in the form of landslides, with big boulders rolling down the mighty Himalayas onto me. And I immediately ran for cover just in the nick of time, just managing to live to fight another day. Later, the administration swung into action and rescued people and took them to shelter. Yet, that was not sufficient. People were traumatized, shell shocked, and devastated. Shelter was necessary for rain soaked people, but not sufficient. They were hungry, they needed warm clothes, they demanded medicine, mosquito nets, torches, etc. But for the resource starved administration, all that was a big ask. However, the administration arranged food for them. People were so hungry that they polished off entire plate within a blink of an eye. And in the course of time, the administration mobilized all material resources to meet people's basic needs. Later, the government gave ex gratia of 5 lakh rupees to the kin of the dead and 2 lakh rupees for the injured. Government was now concerned about possible misuse of such hefty sum and wanted to discourage people from lavish expenditure. So they asked people to not get lured by flashy offers and rewards on e-commerce sites because for the government, it was surefire way to blow up one's financial life and personal life. So, dear friends, this is the polished version of the story. Okay. Now, as you can see, in this story, I have specifically highlighted 6 sentences which we can use to express our feelings. Okay. Now, I will tell you how we can use these same sentences in different situations or contexts. Okay. Now, let's move to the first one. I jumped to help him without stopping to think. Now, this is something you can use in various other situations. For example, you can say, I jump to conclusion without stopping to think about something, right? Similarly, you can say, I jump to argue with my boss without stopping to think about the consequences. Okay. So you can think about various situations where you can use this sentence. Similarly, now let us move on to the second sentence of the day. Immediately ran for cover just in the nick of time. So now let's say you can use this sentence in various situations. Let's say whenever there is a disaster or a terrorist attack, etc. Okay, let's talk about this terrorist attack which happened in Palgam. You can say I saw the terrorists raining bullet on innocent people, and I immediately ran for cover just in the nick of time. This is how you can use this sentence. And you can think about many more such situations where you can use these sentences. Okay, so now moving on to the next sentence, it is a tough ask or it is a big ask. Now, this is something which you can use when somebody asks you something, but you feel it is very difficult to give it to him or it is very difficult to deliver. When you feel like he's asking for something which is almost impossible to give. Okay, let's say for example, well, let's take an example of government sector employees who are demanding for old pension scheme. Now, as far as the government is concerned, asking for old pension scheme is a big ask, or it's a tough ask, because the government believes it will have huge implications on its revenues and expenditure. Right? Similarly, it's like you can use it in other contexts also. Okay. And so the next one, a polish of entire plate. So oftenly when we talk about people and the food habits and how they eat, yeah, generally we say he ate very fast, he ate it in a few minutes, few seconds, and things like that. But I think we can use better sentences and refine our language. Okay, you can simply say he or she polished off entire plate in few seconds, or the dog polished off entire plate even before I could get back to my room. Okay. And now moving on to the next sentence, get lured by flashy offers and rewards. So as you all know, we can use this sentence a lot of times in our life because we are all hooked to our e-commerce sites, buying things which we don't actually need more often than not. Okay. So why do we do that? Because you are oftenly lured by flashy offers and rewards on the e-commerce websites, right? So you can simply say, let's say you are talking to your friend and you want to tell him that you bought things which you did not. actually require just because you were lured by the flashy offers and rewards on the website. So you can use this sentence like that. Okay. And surefire way to blow up one's financial life and personal life. Okay. So this also we can use in many different contexts. Okay, for example, let us say recently a central government passed a law to ban real money fantasy gaming, right? So because the government believed that it was adversely affecting people because many people were spending, people and youth were spending their hard-earned money in online gaming. Right. So that's why one can say getting into online gaming is a surefire way to blow up one's financial life. Okay. Similarly, in the context of family relationships, focusing entirely on your work and not giving sufficient time to your family can be a surefire way to blow up one's financial personal life. Okay. So you can say simply surefire way to blow up one's personal life. Okay. So, uh, yeah, these were the six phrases for today, right? Now, guys, as you can see, in all these six phrases, every single word in the six sentences I have given is known to you. There are no like so-called difficult words or tough words or words which you have not heard of so far in your life, right? So as you can see, speaking English is not about using flashy or difficult words. It is about weaving simple words in meaningful and graceful manner, right? So you can revise these six sentences for the day, make note of them, and use these sentences in your daily life, and I'm sure you will come across as more refined. Okay, so that's all for the day. Make note of these words and sentences, read, revise, and use these words in your daily life in days to come, and I'm sure you will all shine. Waiting for your constructive feedback and suggestions in the comment section, friends. Always with you in your journey to the mastery. Thank you, one and all. And this is Wordsmith Sharath for you, twisting and turning words into shapes never dreamt of before. Goodbye.